Hi, my name's Gerald Campbell, and this is AVIA 443. So this week we've been looking at the flight instructors PTS, practical test standards, and I came across section E. Right, section E is your unusual attitudes. All right, when you teach unusual attitudes, you teach if you have a nose up attitude. It's full throttle. Get some juice back in the aircraft, level the ailerons, get into level flight, and then resume cruise and cruise altitude and airspeed. If when you're doing usual attitudes, if you are in a nose down attitude, whatever it may look like, it's power power idle, neutral ailerons, back straight level, reintroduce power, and get back to your cruise speed and your cruise altitude. And that's great. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Kind of happens simultaneously. Not exactly. It's in that order, but it happens kind of rapidly. Um, you teach your student trust your instruments. Close your eyes, look down. You just kind of mess with the attitude. Tell them to recover. They look up. They look at the instruments. They interpret the information, and then they adjust accordingly. That's great and fine and dandy, but it's important for the instructor to know that spatial disorientation is just as important as the maneuver itself, right? Because when the student, close their eyes, they're really kind of focused, their senses in their ears, right? And they kind of know what you're doing, all right? They know if you're banking. They know, they can hear the engine speed up or slow down, if you're going up or you're going down. So the goal for the instructor should be to actually create some sort of spatial disorientation, right? Disorient the student because these events will occur in IMC. These events will occur on a dark, moonless night out in the middle of the desert, where you don't have reference to the horizon and you become distracted. Um, you know, this is the kind of stuff that occurs, and the students, when you're training this, they just know, right? So before you even tell them to recover, they know, oh, we're pitched down, we're banked to the left, or we're pitched up, we're banked to the right. All right, so they kind of know what they're going to do before they ever recover. So it is important for the instructor, and it's an art. I've only had two instructors that have really been able to kind of mess with my inner ear and mess with my head, where I was in an attitude I had no idea when I went to recover. Otherwise, I just kind of like, okay, where's banking left? Just going pitching up, pitching down, mess with the trim. I had one instructor do an unusual attitude and turn my fuel off on me. So I recover for the unusual attitude, and he's like, oh, good job, blah, blah, blah. And then my engine quit, a couple minutes after that, after we were talking about it, and so I had no idea it happened, and he set it up on purpose so that I would then have to deal with the fact that we now have a lost engine unexpectedly. It's real world. It raises the intensity. So when it comes to training maneuvers for safety, make it realistic. Make your students really understand. ROAC, right? Rote memory, understanding, applicability, and correlation. You know, um, make your students really really earn it and know what it is they're doing because it'll save lives. you know so thank you.